He's saying, listen, if you love me, feed my sheep. Feed them other folk if you love me. But the way to the Great Commission is by way of the Great Commandment. See, the Great Commission was, Peter, if you love me, and like he's saying to all of us, if you love me, feed my sheep. But then also, hear this. He says, a lawyer came to Jesus and said, Jesus, let me ask you a question. What is the greatest commandment? He says, I'm a student of the law. I study the law. He says, listen, I like to say, I looked the scroll since my youth. I got the scroll down. But then he says, but now I want you to tell me. I want to hear it straight from the horse's mouth, as we say. He says, Lord, what is the greatest commandment? And God says this, the greatest commandment is love the Lord thy God with all of your heart, all of your mind, all of your might and your strength. And then the second commandment, wait a minute, Lord. I just asked you, what's the greatest commandment? Why are you going to the second commandment? Because the first commandment has to be coupled with the second commandment. You can't have the first without the second. Well, what is the second commandment? Love thy neighbor as you love yourself. He says, so the first commandment is love the Lord thy God, but then you got to have the second commandment, and that is that you must love thy neighbor with all of your heart, like you love yourself. So when we talk about trust in the Lord, for he knows the way. I'm going to conclude right here. Watch this. This blesses me. This right here, it seriously blesses me because the way is Jesus, not the way we would handle it. People got necklaces and bracelets and T-shirts talking about what would Jesus do? And I'm here to tell you, God say, why ask what would I do?